What's up, everybody? My name is Brian, and you are watching 7 Days to Bri. Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Bri's A to Z Reviews. Today I'm going to be playing 7 Days to Die. You can tell by the name of my channel, and if you've ever seen any of my past videos, 7 Days to Die is definitely one of my favorite games. Definitely the most hours played out of anything. You can see I have 3,265.7 hours. Now, admittedly, that's not completely playtime hours. Some of that has been testing mods that I've worked on and just going through creative menu and trying to find things that I want to do. But the vast majority of it has been playtime. And speaking of modding is actually one of my favorite things with this game. The ease of modding, the wide availability of mods, the modding community. This game has one of the best communities I've seen, one of the least toxic communities that I've seen among gaming. There's entire websites devoted to mods for this game. There's been third-party softwares developed by modders, like the mod launcher, which is used for downloading some of the more popular mods and installing them so that you don't have to worry about how that all works. There's a software called KingGen, which is used for developing your own worlds, custom maps, or random generated maps with a lot more options than the in-game random generator has. Or technically, it's actually procedural generation. We don't need to get into the technical differences there. But, yeah, let's get into it. I'll start explaining a little bit about what this game actually is for those of you that are first-timers to the channel and don't know this game. 7 Days to Die really is a combination of a lot of different aspects of some different games that have been popular over time. The game world is a voxel system, kind of like Minecraft, fully destructible terrain. Actually, I'm going to start a new game here, but I'll be talking as we go. I'm just going to start a regular Navigating game. I do have some mods loaded on here, but nothing that really changes the gameplay too much, so it won't be a big deal. So aside from... What was I saying? Oh yeah, voxel world, fully destructible terrain. Typically you're around 40 meters above bedrock level. You can dig all the way down to bedrock level. You can build these large structures that go way up in the air. You can build anything. You can destroy anything. I mean, your imagination's really the limit. It's one of the things that people really love about this game. It combines some of the post-apocalyptic feel of games like Fallout with the zombie aspect of, shows like Walking Dead or, whatever your favorite zombie movie or video game is. It's got that in there. And the weapons are pretty cool. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on in this game. Early on in the game, it's like Stone Age. You're mostly going to have, stone tools like a stone axe, spear, things like that. A wooden club. I mean, there's just not a lot. And then as you get deeper into the game, you find better things. You can find pistols, machine guns, all sorts of weaponry. I'll actually, I'll open up the creative menu here and I'll show you. It goes everywhere from, you start with a stone axe. As far as construction tools, you end up getting a claw hammer, a nail gun. There's iron fire axes and steel axes. You get iron pickaxe, steel pickaxe, stone shovel, iron shovel, steel shovel. There's a chainsaw, an auger, wrench, ratchet, impact driver. And the range of technology here goes everywhere from primitive to not really futuristic, but definitely modern. There's automatic shotgun. There's the M60 machine gun. Those are really great. I didn't mean to grab that. And you can mod the weapons. You can dye your weapons and armor. There's mods for your armor. I mean, there's a whole bunch of these books and magazines that you find in the game that teach you skills. There's a lot of different recipes you can cook. Great variety of clothing that you can find and wear. I'm going to get on with doing the tutorial here. You can see in the upper right hand corner here, it says it gives you instructions and wants me to craft a bedroll. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I found a couple of books in that mailbox. I'll read those. I scrapped this piece of paper and note from the Duke of Navis game. Doesn't really actually do anything for you at this point in the game. One warning I will give people is this game is still in early development, even after I think it's been 7 or 8 years since it was on Kickstarter. It's still it's alpha 19 right now, 19.6. Alpha 20 should be coming in the next couple months. So it's been a slow development process, but they still continue to make progress. There's a major update pushed out about once a year that has a whole bunch of new stuff to the game. I consider it more of a game that keeps growing and changing rather than being an abandonware. Definitely not an abandonware. Definitely still actively being worked on. And it's hard to look at a game that's been out for 8 years and see that it's not done and feel good about it. But in this case, I'm super supportive of this development team. I don't always agree with all the decisions they make about the direction they're taking the game in, but I think they're doing a great job overall. There's definitely compromises that have to be made, such as balancing graphics with having this wonderful voxelized world. It is a lot more work on the game engine to have the game be voxelized and fully destructible the way it is. It takes a lot of processing power and a lot of RAM just to have the game running, and then to have some relatively nice graphics. I mean, you consider it's the same technology as Minecraft, and you've got... I mean, this stuff looks a lot cooler than anything you see in Minecraft. More detail in every inch of the world. Obviously, I got a lot to say about this game. I could go on and on forever. Alright, I've got my wooden club. I need to make a bow and some arrows. So the basic gist of this game is you're trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. Those arrows on. You're trying to survive the zombie apocalypse, and you're going to be going along and finding a place to live. You need to build a base or find an existing place and turn it into your base. You're going to be interacting with the trader. This quest is going to lead you to find your local trader. You're going to take jobs from the trader to earn money, and you'll be able to buy better supplies. You'll also loot better supplies as you're going along. Alright. By making my campfire there, I finished the starting quest, and I've been given a marker to follow that'll lead me to the settlement, which is actually the trader. I'm going to chop this rock up first, and I'm going to head out that way. Alright, now I've got a bunch of stones. Let's see, I should make a knife too. I can make a knife out of bones. It's good to have a variety of weapons. It all varies. There's a balance between stamina and attack damage that happens here. The spear is kind of fun because you can throw it. Get a little marker there on your screen that tells you where it is. So I'm following along this road, but I could totally choose to veer off the path. You know, unlike some games that I've played recently, there's no invisible wall telling you to turn back. Well, actually, if you go to the very, very edge of the world, there is, but we're nowhere near that. The game world here is pretty big. You can have a lot of adventures inside the map. Where are we? Oh. Oops. Come here, you. So the better you get with your bows, the better this gets. And this is just the basic primitive bow. There's actually a wooden bow that's better than this. And then there's a compound bow that's even better than that. More accuracy, better projectile velocity with each upgrade. Alright, he's dead now. Let me collect some of the arrows and the spear back. There's also a crossbow and a compound crossbow. Like I said before, a pretty good assortment of weapons as well. There's some crispy zombies out here. This is the burned forest biome. So that's the primary enemy out in this region. It's the burned zombies. I really enjoy living in the pine forest. There's also a wasteland biome and a desert and a snow area. Oh, and you can go inside these houses. You can, I mean, like I said before, everything's fully destructible. I just destroyed that tire. I'm destroying this little couch that was sitting on some of these boards on the porch. Yeah, they collapse when you walk on them. Let's see. Yeah, you can explore this house. You can open the doors. You can loot the sink and the cupboards. Actually, these cupboards are open. You can't loot them. Yeah, you can set things on fire with your torch, or you can actually can mod your other weapons with what's called a flaming shaft mod, and then those other melee weapons will cause your zombies to light on fire. This one here is a relatively small house. There's actually some really large POIs or points of interest that are out there. A wide variety of things to explore in this game. I think I saw a bridge up ahead. I want to follow the bridge over the river. Alright, you can see the water looks pretty nice. One criticism I do have is there's nothing really going on in the water, even though it looks pretty if you turn your graphics all the way up. There's nothing living in the water. Water physics aren't that great. I would say that's one place where Minecraft has 7 Days to Die beat is water physics, unfortunately. Love watching the heads pop in this game. Whenever you got a good headshot on something, the head just explodes like that. Alright, I forgot. I had some skill points here. You gain skill points when you finish that little tutorial in the beginning. And then you get another point every time you raise a level. I'm going to buy a point of better barter. That'll give me better deals when I get to the trader. I get Pummel Pete, be able to make a better club. And I'll do more damage with clubs. We'll get Miner 69er. I'll be able to make better tools and do more damage with tools. I'm going to get some Pack Mule. And that'll let me carry more stuff. And Sexual Tyrannosaurus will reduce my melee and tool stamina usage. Oh, no, I already used all 4 of my points. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yep. Alright, well, that one will have to wait. Anyway, I'm going to make a new stone axe. And I'm going to make a stone shovel as well. And now those are level 2 items instead of level 1 items because I upgraded my Miner 69er skill. Thought I just saw a chicken. I did. If I can catch that chicken and kill it. There we go. And get some meat and feathers. I can make some more stone arrows. And when I get to somewhere I want to bed down for the night, I will be able to cook some meat. It's a nice little town here. Pretty dingy looking in this burnt forest biome. I don't love it. Like I said before, I prefer the forest. Snow and desert are pretty cool too. There's also the Wasteland Biome. Wasteland looks pretty similar to burnt forest in my opinion. But there's a lot more hazards in it. Here we're coming into the forest. Yeah, I like this a lot better. Better lighting. We're gonna go meet my good friend Trader Jen, who lives in this trader outpost.
If you're feeling under the weather, I've got just what the doctor ordered.
That's nice. Now I can sell her some of the stuff I picked up along the way. Don't really have anything I want to buy from her right now because I just don't have that much money at the moment. Alright, let's take a job from her. She has buried supplies job nearby. This is the closest thing. 396.2 meters to the south.
I've got a bit of a problem. Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't find anyone to do that job.
She wants me to go back into the wasteland here. I mean the burnt forest. This crawler guy here is going to be a menace. There we go. I hear another one. Yep, there he is. Killed him. I'm going to make a better wooden club since I bought the Pummel Pete skill. Alright, I'm almost to the site of the buried supplies job. There it is. I'm going to quit my shovel. And so, magic ring here tells you the buried supplies are somewhere inside this circumference, somewhere inside this area. We're just going to dig away. Here comes that fully destructible terrain that I was talking about. So for every so many blocks of terrain that I eliminate, the circumference of that circle is going to shrink up a little bit, making it easier to find the buried supplies. And these early buried supplies quests are a crucial way of getting food in the early game. Alright, so it just shrank up a little bit. I dig in this direction. I usually try to remove the first layer of dirt inside the circle first. And then once the circle really shrinks up, it's easier to pinpoint what you're looking for. Okay, see this circle shrank up a little bit more. Oh, I need to repair my stone shovel. I can do that by hitting the A button or hitting the repair button on there, and it uses stone, and my stone shovel is now repaired. I can just keep digging away. This does take a little time in the early game. As you get better tools and better stamina meter, it becomes a lot quicker to do these buried supplies quests. I still think it's well worth the time investment here because you will end up getting some food out of it, which makes up for the stamina and the time that you put into it. Alright, it's shrinking up even more. I'm going to start just drilling into the center here of the current area. Let's see if we get lucky. Should only be a few layers down. Pinpointing it can be the tricky part. Alright, it's definitely going to be right over here. There we go. You can see a chest right in there. I'm going to open it up. You can see I got 4 bottles of boiled water, a can of tuna, a can of chili, a can of pears. That's blackstrap coffee, a recipe for goldenrod tea, and these are the White River supplies that we need to bring back to the trader. So what happens as soon as you close that container, the zombies come for you, and you gotta get out of here. You gotta defend yourself. Ah, crap. Alright, let's go. Come here, lady. Need to use some arrows here. See, my personal theory about the zombie apocalypse is it had something to do with a cloning program. Because a lot of the zombies look exactly alike. Now, in reality, there's just a limited amount of texture space in the game's files. So they decided to make a lot of the zombies look alike. So they could load up more textures for the world, rather than having more variety in zombies. So that's a design decision. Some people are happy with it, some people aren't. Let's see, I'm going to read that recipe and eat some of this canned food. Alright, I'm going to go turn in this quest to the trader. Alright, here we are back at Trader Jen's.
The name's Jenny, but you can call me Dr. Jen. Congratulations. I can make my payment to the Duke now.
Alright, so for finishing the quest, she's going to give me 3,750 XP, 560 Duke's Casino tokens, and I can choose either 4 vitamins or the Ranger's Guide to Archery Volume 3. I'll take that book. And that's it for the quest. I'll go ahead and read that book. I think I'm going to hurt a zombie out here. Where'd you go, zombie? Alright, so now what I want to do, I'm going to go into cheat mode. I'm going to kind of fly around and show you the different areas in the game. This is the Naviz map, which is non-random generated, non-procedural generated. They handcrafted this map. So you've got your burnt forest over here that we just went through. Pine forest. Or just forest. There used to be two different forests in the game, a maple forest and a pine forest. They've kind of merged them into one. So this is one of the larger towns, Dyersville. Mostly residential. There's a hospital in the corner over here. This hospital's a pretty cool dungeon crawl, if you ever get that quest. I'm just kind of teleporting around. The snow biomes over here. Some pretty cool areas in the snow biome. This mansion out here by itself. Some towns. Here's like a little town area. Little neighborhood, I guess. There's a bigger town somewhere in the snow biome. Alright, I think I found the edge of the world. Yeah, this here is the edge of the map. You won't really reach the edge of the map because there's a radiated zone. If I wasn't in God mode right now, it would be telling me that I'm getting radiated. Alright, this looks like the Wasteland. Yes, the terrain here is made of stone and sand. Let's see. Fog's a lot thicker in the Wasteland. Oh, back into the burnt forest. You can see here the border between burnt forest and Wasteland. Here's a big building. Shotgun Messiah Factory. This is one of the bigger buildings in the game. Pretty cool. Let's see, if we go into the desert to the south, there's a big city. What's this? I think this is just a little town out here. Sometimes you gotta wait for stuff to pop in. Yeah, this is like a little old western town here. See, there's this big canyon here. Again, this is the handcrafted Navezgane world. World looks a little bit different when you're in a procedurally generated world. See, here's the big desert city with some skyscrapers. This right here is the biggest building in the game. Obviously not as big as some real world skyscrapers. The other buildings just aren't nearly as big. That one takes me hours to clear sometimes if I'm really going through and trying to get all the loot and kill everything and make sure that I don't miss anything. And then some of these other towers can take a while too. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. A lot of variety of terrain. I should probably park it somewhere and give you my overall review. I mean, obviously this is one of my favorite games, so definitely gets a thumbs up from me. If you're into survival games, if you're into first-person shooter games, if you're into crafting games, if you're into post-apocalypse, if you're into zombies, this game has something for you, no matter who you are. So yeah, definitely big thumbs up from me. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of my videos in the future, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Wait, you didn't think that was going to be all, did you? No, this is 7 Days to Die we're talking about. It's my favorite game. So of course I hopped onto the server. And I'm going to give you guys a tour of my base and then go do a quest. So this is the bathroom. I got a little bunker down here underground. This was actually under a gas station. Turned it into my base. Haven't really changed anything down here. But when you come up above, up here I've walled in the entire area, upgraded everything to steel. I've got a little catwalk up here, got smoke pouring out of my chimneys. I've got a garage down there, solar power, garage doors open from motion detectors. Let's see, we got my little garden back here, growing a little bit of everything. Got some vending machines in here. Oh, that's my well. Whoops, didn't mean to get wet. I got some more vending machines in here, my chem station, cement mixer, my forges, my workbench, all my storage crates, and my campfires where I do my cooking. Should really close these doors up when I'm not using them. Let's see, this door goes to the outside. And then this door over here goes straight to my garage. So we're going to drive out to the location of that quest that I have. I believe this is a tier 4 quest, so it should be a little more interesting than the buried supplies quest that I did for you guys earlier in the video. Alright, this is the Waterworks POI. Can't tell you how many times I've done this one. Pretty common for this one to pop up when you're in tier 4 quests. I'm going to go through and do a lot of looting. You'll notice that when I'm running, I move pretty fast. One of the mods that we have on the server is higher level perks. We have a higher maximum level than in the vanilla game. And when you reach those higher levels, you can purchase perks that give abilities above and beyond what your character can do normally. It's kind of fun. It actually takes a little bit of skill to get used to the faster run speed. Apparently I need to work on my aiming. Alright, I'm gonna drop some stuff off in my truck. Definitely need to lock the truck. I generally trust most of the regular players on the server, but you never know when you're gonna have a random popping in that wants to wreck your stuff. I got that bird finally. Oh, it was pretty close by too. Can I reach him from here? Now I can. Alright. See what we got going on over here. Oh, hello. Nice. Yes, I love cutting the heads off. Alright. Let's see, we got some trash here. You know what, I'm actually going to concentrate less on the looting and concentrate more on just going through the POI and hitting all the important points. There is a crate in here that's hidden. It's like I was saying earlier in the video, this runs off the same voxel technology that games like Minecraft do, and it's just so much better looking. I wouldn't say it's AAA graphics at this point, not for 2021, but I still think it's pretty good, considering what they're working with. Usually run into a little more resistance up here. Let's see. See if I can make some good work with this shotgun. There we go. Nice. Oh, what's in this door? Much. What's out here? I made that guy just disappear right into thin air, didn't I? And I'll be honest, I love the faster run speed when I'm out in the open. But when I'm doing a POI with a lot of tight corners, it's actually kind of a pain. Oh. You can do little sprints to get across a large room pretty quickly, though. So that's pretty nice. Uh-oh, I'm stuck in the water. Oh. Yeah, the enemy pathing in the water is kind of funny. It's definitely not perfect. Alright, let's see if we can jump across here. Ooh. That super run speed got me across those gaps. I slammed my head right into this big pipe here. Whoops. What was that? Oh. Come here. Come here. Oh, I got him pretty good. Whoa. Yeah, there's a secret area up there. Just so you know, if you break through one of these blocks, you can get up there. Alright, that was it for this POI. It's not actually a very difficult one, if we're being honest. I'm gonna pick the lock on this big crate. I wasn't too worried about getting loot here, but I do at least want to get the contents of the big crate so I can sell some items, make a little money when I get back to the trader. Alright, so I just gotta chop these wooden spikes out of the way, go up here, and then kind of chop through the terrain up here. Alright. Here we are above ground, and my truck's right over here. So we're gonna go do a little off-roading here if we can. It's always a difficult task in the wasteland. There's lots of obstacles. It's my best friend Trader Wrecked.
Congratulations. Here's your reward, sucker.
Like I said, best friend. Alright, so I sold him some stuff and got a bunch of money out of him.
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
And that was a tier 4 quest, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see more of these videos in the future, please subscribe to the channel.